Alright, so as you can tell, we have now started Glad v Hater. Mazel tov. I am the Glad. My colleague shall be the Hater. Now, this movie, for me, I picked it. I love it. Why? Pacing. I love the pacing in this movie. Now, some might say, oh, it takes a while for the action to start, and when the action does start, it's a little bit lackluster. And listen, if that's your MO, fine. I get that. But as far as I'm concerned, when danger actually happens in real life, 9 out of 10 times, by the time you recognize that there's danger, it's too late. You're gone. You're in the zone. And I feel this movie encapsulates that. Joseph uses his supposed terminal illness to emotionally manipulate Aaron into essentially falling prey to his attacks. And I mean, that's kind of genius when you think about it, because what that essentially does is it breaks down Aaron's defenses. He can't leave no matter how uncomfortable he is, because he truly feels guilty for this man. And that type of ability, or strategy, rather, to lure somebody in, that takes time to come to fruition, and this movie takes advantage of that time. It works you in, and you're constantly, before the end of the movie, you're not entirely sure. You might be suspicious of this man, of this Joseph, but at the end of the day, you can only take the information that's being given to you, and because the information is from a first-person handheld, whatever Aaron is aware of, that's what you're aware of. So you are, in a sense, in Aaron's shoes, and you have to ask yourself throughout the entire movie, yes, I'm uncomfortable, but would I leave in those circumstances? And the answer, the sad truth is you probably wouldn't, which means that you would more than likely fall prey in the same way that Aaron did, and that type of fear resonates more with me than your more traditional horror movie, because in your more traditional horror movie, you're either up against something supernatural, which, not to negotiate anyone who believes anything in supernatural, is totally fine. It's just not a thing that often happens in the real world, and it's not a thing that can often be. It's hard to get yourself in that headspace if you've never actually experienced that. And we've all seen the cliche of a horror movie: just get out of it. Not get out the horror movie, but get out as in. Get out of that situation. Don't go in the basement. Don't go in the attic. What are you doing? This movie circumvents that, except for the ending a little bit. For the most part, it circumvents that by creating that type of emotional tension. That's why I'm glad about this movie. This has been Glad v. Hater. Peace.
Hard to get comfy here. Alright. So the reason why I'm the hater in this movie is because it didn't really grab me from the beginning. It didn't really grab my attention. It was more like, okay, this guy is clearly going to do something to this one other character. And it was very, I don't want to say secluded, but I want to say like really closed in the whole movie, where it's like, it's only about these two people, but there wasn't a lot to go off of. What I liked after my friend did the research was that it was directed by the person that starred in the film, which helped the budgeting. We don't know how much they spend in budgeting, but we know that it wasn't more than $5 million. I'm just assuming. It might have been, because, the production team, you gotta pay for XYZ, but it was very slow in the leading of the horror, the suspense. It was a psychological thriller, and the only thing that really got you, if you're like, I'm desensitized to horror at this point, where it's just like, sounds don't freak me out anymore. Like, I could already see it coming. Even if you know that it's coming, some people might be a little jumpy. I was more so just like, okay, what's going to happen next? Is it going to be like gory? Is it going to be like blood slashing? There was none of that. It was pretty clean and cut, but it wasn't as articulated as I expected it to be. It was very just like, there's a guy, he's a creep. There's a guy, he's a victim. Creep leads on victim. Victim is then obsessing over the creep, but it was just very like dry, and it was very slow. It was very slow, and it was one of those things where I needed fast pace. I needed to be in there, and I needed it to be very just like clear cut. All right, this guy's a creep. I need, like, if it showed his history from the beginning, then it might have been a little bit more easier to go along with the film, but it wasn't. It wasn't. It was just like, all right, this guy tried to scare you with like random moments where he would just pop out of nowhere, and it wasn't as concise as I wanted it to be. It wasn't as, cut and paste as I wanted it to be. It was more just like put out there as a project where there's a creep. How can we make this guy creepy? That is why I'm the hater. It was very slow. It wasn't fast paced. It wasn't fast paced for a horror movie, but it is what it is.
The Deadpool. Oh yeah, I forgot we gotta do this thing.
We gotta do the whole intro. Deadpool rating?
Yeah, Deadpool rating. You first.
Okay, so listen, I'm just gonna do it and explain.
I'm not gonna look. We'll look over here at the camera.
That's right. 4 to 5 Deadpools, ladies and gentlemen.
4 out of 5 Deadpools.
Listen, I'm a sucker for the psychological aspect of this movie. I can't. The movie. What is the movie called?
Creep.
It gave me the creeps.
Ooh.
It gave me so few times has a movie given me what it advertised.
Yep.
And this movie gave me what it's advertised. The only thing that's giving it back from a 5, in my opinion, which would have been the first movie on our podcast to get 5 out of 5 Deadpools.
Fix the string to your mic.
All right, what are we doing here?
It's like looped over twice. Hold on, take the cup out.
Oh, Jesus. Technical. Oh, I see.
Yeah. There you go.
Technical difficulties. But no, it would have gotten a 5 out of 5 if it weren't for Aaron going to that goddamn park by himself and getting axed in the face. If that didn't happen, I'd be like, this is a perfect movie. But that ending, I was like, nah. But everything else about it, from the beginning to, almost the end,
Yeah.
it kept me. Aaron, it kept me hooked. It kept me captivated. It gave me exactly what I wanted out of a movie like this. 4 to 5, man. Can't complain.
4 out of 5.
What do you got?
Damn. It's hard because this movie, it didn't give me the creeps.
It didn't?
It didn't.
Shit.
It was more just like weird vibes.
I mean, I hate to tell you, that's what a creep is.
Yeah.
When you're vibing weird.
Well, yeah. So I'll just be like, nah, I'm good. I'm out. Like, keep your money. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That type of shit.
Yeah. So I would do 2.
What? You giving this 2?
I would do 2.
Yo,
like,
we're gonna have to
I would give it like a. I'm gonna hold it for like a 2.5.
No, you can't do 2. We're doing.
It's 2.5.
We're doing whole numbers. There's no halves here.
All right. So I'll do it a 2. Like,
just for the record.
it's background noise.
For the record, Shock Boy and Lava Girl was a 2.
I know.
Oh, that is a burn.
I know, but this is why. The only reason why I'm giving this a 2,
okay,
a 2 being background noise, is because it was a movie that you could watch in the background, but at the same time, it was like it was disappointing. Like I really wanted it. I wanted it to be a little bit more creepier. Like I wanted him to like when he cut his hair off, if he had collected it, okay, that's a little bit more, all right, now I know there's going to be a part 2. Like, lead me on. Don't just tell me this is your only victim. At the end of the movie, you get to find out it's not his only victim, but at the same time, show me something else other than videos. Like, is that all you do? Is that, like, I know it's not, but at the same time, it's like...
Do you want his jogging routine? Do you want his jogging routine?
Yeah, like, own it. You know, like own the creepiness. You know what I'm saying? Like you're pure. You come off as a pure individual.
A little bit, yeah.
You come off as someone in need, and you're telling me like towards the end, like that's it. Like there's not much that you have to remember your victim other than like documentaries of you talking about yourself to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay,
like,
I can see that.
You know, so
a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? Like if it was just like a little bit more like on the horror scene side, like show me like jars or something with like names of like body parts, or like, oh, this is what I used to kill that person. Like I get it. You're already incriminating yourself with holding the evidence of your victims, but go a little bit further
Mm-hmm.
with the owning of the name. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I guess we gotta stay tuned for Creep 2 then.
Yeah. And we could watch that. You know what I'm saying? And we could probably mention that.
Yeah, at some point
Next week
I'll
or
probably
some
watch
point.
it. I don't know if it's gonna make its way into a podcast or not, but
Yeah.
I'll give it a watch because we watched this movie when the first time I watched it, the second one wasn't out, and it's not exactly this isn't what everyone is about around the water cooler is talking about.
Exactly.
Like when a Marvel movie comes out, everyone and their mother was like, "Did you see the new Avengers?"
Because that would just be creepy.
Ayo. But this one, I liked it, but I didn't really follow up with the sequel. And now that I've seen the original again, I'm like, okay, I'll give the sequel another
Exactly.
another
And
peek.
it's not a bad movie, but it's just like.
But it's Shark Boy and Lava Girl level. I just want to reiterate that's where we're standing with this.
It's a Shark Boy and Lava Girl level where like I would play it in the background, and don't get me wrong, there'll be eyes drawn onto the screen, but it wouldn't be something where I would just be like, all right, let me just keep my mind focused on this, like what's going on. Like me knowing now, like even when I was watching it, I was like, I kind of just want to eat a little bit more so that way I could just like fall asleep because I have a full stomach. But I didn't.
Oh my, yeah, that's a very full stomach, right?
I didn't even want to eat because I wanted to like finish the movie, but I was just like, it's not bad. It's not as bad, but it's not like a 3. Like I wouldn't have been. What was a 3? A second tier to a
Yeah,
to
it's a movie. If you had gone to a movie theater and the movie you wanted to see wasn't there, and you saw this one instead, you were still pleased with your experience.
I wouldn't be pleased. I would have been like, damn, I spent my money on this.
Fuck.
Yeah, but that's all right. That's me.
Okay.
Then you're you.
Right.
We're two different people.
I'm
clearly,
glad he's the hater.
Yep.
And that's all we got.
That's it. So that's Deadpool. That's Hater. That's what is it? Glad v Hater.
Brad v. Hater.
And Deadpool.
The whole shebang.
And everything. So
Creepers Jeepers.
Yeah. So we did it, guys. We have it. That's it. That's episode 6.
6.
Again, thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of the journey. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being there. Thank you for watching us over here from
especially
over there
that German
you
kid. Whoever you are,
Yeah.
thank you.
Boy or girl. We appreciate you. You're watching us. You're listening to us. You're liking and subscribing. And, to all of our many fans.
Our millions of viewers.
We have a million minus like a
couple 900,000.
Yeah, a couple of 900,000. We almost got 10,000 views on YouTube as a whole, through my channel. So make sure you go to Concept Films. YouTube.com/Concept Films. That's CONCEPTFILMSLLC. I'll be there. You'll be there.
I'll be there. I'll be square. Peace.
All right. See you later. Bye.
Later, peeps.
Do you have any sips left in there?
I'm sipped out.
Oh, sorry. This was for me.
Oops, I drank it again.
And that's it.